So now I'm asking the Right Honourable Lady, on behalf of the British people and local authorities, what it means for them. Is she going to follow the same playbook, pretend she didn't know what it costs to build affordable housing, or to change the planning system and impose more costs for builders, home buyers and renters? These are just a few of the questions that the government will need to answer, and I'm sure colleagues across this House will have many more questions for them. But the government is in danger of choosing the worst of all worlds, not addressing basic economics of house building, centralising decision-making, and when you look at all that, it looks like the 1.5 million homes will be a distant aspiration rather than a meaningful target. Thank you.
Well, let me start by welcoming the Right Honourable Lady to her place, and can I wish her luck for her leadership campaign now she's confirmed she's running.
Best of luck.
So it was her ambition all along to be leader of the opposition, not mine. I must say, the Honourable Lady seems to be taking to opposition very naturally. I think she'll find herself comfortable for a long, long time on those benches. I mean, the Right Honourable Lady had a lot to say in her response, and I'll come to the substance of it in a moment. And I know that the Right Honourable Lady has already put quite a few written questions in, and I look forward to many more from her once she's had a chance to read and digest her brief after the election. But it felt like there was a couple of things I'm not quite sure she understood. Firstly, and this is critical, the British people kicked them out of office in a landslide victory. And secondly, why was that? So let me just remind her. The government in which she served has left us to clear up the mess. They crashed the economy and trashed our public services. They bankrupted Britain and they covered it up. They knew that they threw the book at the doctors and then they doctored the books. She keeps speaking about the Tories' record on housing, but I'll remind her again. Year after year, the Tories failed to keep their housing targets. She speaks about the Mayor of London with their bizarre figures that they set for the Mayor. Every single year, the Conservative government failed to meet their own target, talking of promises that they can't keep. I'll come to the Right Honourable Lady's question on the MPPF consultation. It starts today, Madam Deputy Speaker, for 8 weeks, and we're asking people to engage. It's an incredibly detailed consultation because we mean business, and it wouldn't come to any surprise that the work needed to be done after the disaster of the last Tory government that ripped up the National Planning Policy Framework and made a right mess of it. The former Tory Secretary of State handed back $1.9 billion of vital funds. The Right Honourable Lady talked about the Affordable Homes grant. The last Secretary of State handed back $1.9 billion funds to the Treasury. So we will be making it more flexible, working with Homes England to get the homes that we need. The party opposite...
You're just reading. You're supposed to be answering the questions.
They are the questions. No, they're the bits I've written, actually, in regards to her questions. The party opposite is now talking to themselves and not the country. And they talk about, and the Right Honourable Lady mentioned chaos and uncertainty. I really don't know how they can say that with a straight face after the chaos and uncertainty we've had. Countless housing secretaries not knowing what was going on. And there is increases, Madam Deputy Speaker, in answer to the question. In every inner city area, there is increases in the targets. And can I remind honourable members that we inherited the most acute housing crisis in living memory. And I say to the Right Honourable Lady, the Green Belt definition is in the consultation. I suggest she reads it. And it also tackles beautiful homes, Madam Deputy Speaker, because we will build homes at scale. They will be beautiful. We'll protect the natural environment. We will make sure that people have the homes that they deserve and that they need. And I come to the point the Right Honourable Lady made about councils and representing council leaders. I find that astonishing because the council leaders that I've spoke to were absolutely overjoyous with the fact that the Tories were kicked out, because the council leaders say to say to me that they have been left with a dire situation, an absolute dire situation. I know the members opposite like to think it's just Labour councils, but councils across the whole political spectrum have been left in a disaster situation because the party opposite did not build the homes that people need. We have a homelessness crisis in this country. We have a crisis where people under the age of 30 cannot get homes now. It is impossible for people to get on the housing ladder. That is the failure of the last Conservative government. That is what we're going to fix, Madam Deputy Speaker, and that's what we're going to get on and do.